get started, you want to match up the ends of your cords, and then you want to pull out a little bit for your tie on end, and then you want to tie a knot. And then you want to clip this end to the top of your board. And then you want to arrange your cords in the order that you want to knot them. So to begin with, I'm going to do square knots with these cords, and these ones are going to be in the centre. So you want to take these and clip them to the bottom of your board, and then start with your square knots. So once you've done as many square knots as you want for your first section, you can split into doing your 2 sections. So you want to take one and clip it out of the way to begin with, and then you just want to work with this side. So you can take the outside cord that you were using for your square knots, and you can take the colour that was in the centre and do a hitch knot over this one. And then you want to swap the positions, and then take this cord and do a hitch knot over this one. And then again, switch the positions and repeat your first step with this cord, doing the hitch knot over the other colour. And you want to keep repeating this until you've got the centre section as long as you want it to be. So once you've done that for this side, you want to do the exact same thing for this section. So I'm just going to clip this section out of the way, and then I'm going to repeat with this side what I did there. So because I want the centre colour to show up first, I'm going to take this one and do a hitch knot over here. And then I'm going to swap. And you want to repeat this until you've got this section as long as you did that section. So you want to do the same amount of knots. So once you've done both sections for the centre, you can repeat what you did at the beginning and do square knots. So I want to take the 2 cords that I had in the centre, clip those back to the board, and then do the same amount of square knots as I did there. So once you've done your square knots there, you can unclip from the bottom of the board. And I'm going to tie a knot in the end just to keep these cords in place. And I'm just going to cut one of them so that the braided end is not too thick. You don't have to worry about that if you're not bothered about it. And I'm just going to do braids at the end so that I can tie the bracelet on. And once you've finished, you should end up with something that looks like this. So I've got 2 braided ends for tying the bracelet on. And that is your completed bracelet.